Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me. In case you didn't know, my name is Todd Bryson. I'm an Akashic Records practitioner. If you're interested in having your Akash read, let me know. There's information in the description about how I do my readings and what that would mean for you as a spiritual being. I also want to let you know, if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy the work that I do and want to support it, there are different ways that you can do that. You can start by leaving a like on the video. You can share what I do with a friend. You can comment on the video. A lot of ways to do that. So thank you very much, you guys. So the reason my sessions in the Aosh are different, the reason my readings in general are different, is that we want to focus on what's right with you. We want to focus on what you've achieved. We want to focus on what you've accomplished. We want to review experiences that you've had in your soul history that have been meaningful and important to you and that you'll want to reflect and look back on even when you're done with this place. So some hesitate to open the Aosh, and they do so because they're worried about what they might see. That's not really an issue with my sessions, and with the Aosh in general. The Aosh is going to be eager to show you what you've done and to show you how you've spent your time here, So if you're interested in that, let me know. So I have some messages from our cosmic brothers and sisters, and I did go into the Aosh and I asked a question on behalf of all of us. And the answer I got back symbolically was unique, so I want to let you know what that is. And I do think that the information that's about to come forward will be important for you in helping you understand what your job is here, what's being asked of you during these times and during these energies. And I also want to help you understand what you're observing externally as we get closer toward the end of the year. So I went into the Aosh and I asked the records, please show me what we need to see. And what I observed in the Aosh was what was called the Northern Crown. So it looked like a big crown of energy. It literally looked like a crown of energy that was like the Borealis. And the answer I got back to that question, or to the question, what does this mean? What is it? The answer was that this is about the alchemy that's happening energetically and consciously right now with humanity. So humanity right now, we've been taking inventory for a very long time. We've been showing the rest of the universe who's observing this place very curiously what to do and what not to do. We have been battling outdated forms of consciousness within the universe, and we're coming out on top. The Northern Crown was letting us know that there is an alchemization of some of those aspects of consciousness, and some will leave entirely, some will transform into something else. But I do love messages like that because it lets us know that heaven is working, and that what we're doing here on the ground is impactful and setting the tone for everything else that's going on. So be proud of yourself for the work that you've done, and it means something that you've dedicated yourself in the way that you have. It means something that you've sacrificed friendships and relationships to stand in your authenticity. Don't think for a moment that what you've done has been unknown or unseen, or what you've sacrificed on behalf of all of us has been unappreciated and will go unrewarded. So as we move further into 2024, and I think all of you guys know what's going on at the end of the year. Those aren't things that I normally talk about very often. You are observing on the planet Earth right now a heightened anxiety collectively. And that is because we have two aspects of consciousness that are dueling each other, and both of those aspects of consciousness are at the same time dying. So when you're investing in politics, when you're investing in politicians and systems and parties, understanding that you are investing in an aspect of this experience that will be gone very soon. And maybe it's your job to show those aspects of consciousness the door. And maybe you're doing that in a way that's different than what I know, or, but as you navigate, that situation, who do we vote for? Who do we empower? Politics, the dualistic nature of it, The idea that voting does something for you, all of those systems, parties, and all of that is by design separation tactics that are used against you and things that are meant to keep you divided. So when you are engaging in politics, whatever side of the aisle you're on, you may just be signing up to accept every bit of karma that is associated or attached with that party and its history, and everybody who's had that R or that D on them and what they've done and how they've done it. How do you like it? Are you going to be in the world but not of it? That is the key. You can observe and engage and understand and see what's going on without embracing every aspect of the linear aspect of this. So humanity right now has spent a very long time teaching the universe, like we said, what to do or what not to do. It is time for humanity to fully step into the role of teaching the universe what to do. And this separation that we've been through, however many tens of thousands of years you think it's gone on, we're actually getting through it a lot faster than the Pleiadians did. So the lessons that we learned then are being implemented now, and this whole shift is going much smoother than it did for the ones who came before us. So trust yourself, play the role that you feel that you were called to play. Don't let anything externally take away what you feel is right and true internally. Understand that you're not a soul who showed up to this place spontaneously and by accident. You came here with a plan, you came here with a strategy, you came here with experience. You came with the ability to adapt. You came empowered with the resources of the universe and the wind at your back. This place that you're in has spent an awful lot of time and effort and energy in keeping you from yourself. By design. And I don't say that as a bad thing, and I don't think that you are participating in something that has captured you, that has stolen you, and that was created by beings that are devious in what their intention is. I think that you've come to a place that was put to sleep on purpose so that we could work some very specific puzzles consciously and energetically on behalf of the rest of creation. And I think a byproduct of that is that we are drawing in some energies from other places, spaces, and time who want to control God's creation, who want to manipulate the souls in the conditions that they're in, and removing them from the equation universally is, what gets us out of bed in the morning. So we understand as souls that a little bit of pain and discomfort in the now is going to spare massive timelines that are just full of that all over the place. The work that you're doing here is purposeful, and you're here for a reason. It's because you've proven that you can serve as the catalyst for the divine plan that you're meant to. So we're going to talk about a few more separation tactics before we end this video. But I want to go to a little bit of something else. So a lot of you guys are light workers out there who are looking for how they can participate, how they can contribute, how they can bring as much light into this place as possible. And some of you feel like others are getting their spiritual assignments during this shift more clearly than you are. So I want to give you something that you can do everywhere that you go, and something that will be profoundly impactful for the ones who benefit from what you've done, and Gaia will be very grateful for what you've done. So I want to let you know that as a creator being, you have the ability within this dimensional space to create spaces that are sacred. And you can go to a place that has no historical significance. Nothing's ever even really happened there energetically. You can go to that place, declare it sacred, perform whatever ritual you want to solidify and to set your intention, And that place will be sacred in the way that you've declared it for the duration that this place exists. Understand your power and potential. Understand that the potential that you have is your Creator's gift to you. And what you do with that potential is your gift to the Creator. If your intention is to enter into spaces in this dimensional place and to manifest abundance of resources for the other souls that are coming and going from that place, there will be rewards that are dharmic. If you go to the mall, you should do this in high traffic areas. You should go to the mall. You should stand in the opening of the mall. You should close your eyes, set an intention, spend 5 seconds doing it, declare that place sacred, and all who pass through there will be healed and will have removed what they have but don't need. If you have a workspace, the place that you go to work, and there's a place in that workspace where everybody goes, everybody passes through this space at some point during the day, sometimes maybe even dozens of times during the day, you can declare that space sacred. You can assign the energy in that place that it is to replenish what the souls are using. You can assign the energies in that place to act as stewards for the energy fields that are crossing through them or there. How powerful is your intention? How can you alchemize the energies in this place to serve those who have not woken up yet, but would like the opportunity at some point to do so? Let the energies in this place who are looking for your order, your efficiency, and your direction know what they are to do, know how they are to serve. Understand that you are a being in this place who has awakened and can give assignments for what to do for everything else that is here, who's looking for the same understanding and direction and purpose that you are. So, I want to talk about something else now. A lot of you guys have been doing what are called veil runs as you sleep at night, which has been a little bit tricky for some of you. So we're doing veil runs because there's opportunity in these new energies and with this veil that's thinning to bring things from the other side back with us and have them integrate into our fields. So when you are out and about and you get a little bubble of spiritual curiosity, or you appreciate something and see something differently, or you reflect on something and you get a revelation of some kind, that might actually be something that you've left your body to retrieve and to bring back with you. So understand that you are coming and going from your body, and the way that you're doing it right now has changed significantly. So there may be a recalibration phase. There may be a phase where you feel like you've been cut off from your guides or from your source. That is because the resources that you're using to come and go have changed. And one thing that happens when you open your third eye and you start to speak to and communicate with these guides a little bit more clear is how hard it is for them to manage the process of you energetically going to and from the physical body that you're piloting. So it's a group effort. You have guides that help you leave the body. You help guides that help you get back in. You help guides that help you pierce your way through the dimensional spaces as you're, trying to figure out where you're going. And because you are becoming more awake and aware and powerful and secure with your consciousness and what its potential is, you might get a little bit of a bleed through of the processes that are implemented and the system that they have in place to manage you coming and going from your body. Some of you have had experiences where you felt like you were being held down in your sleep, where you feel like you were stuck, or you couldn't move, or there was something going wrong. So sometimes your guides will need to keep you in place, and sometimes your guides will need to keep you calm, because a lot of you have had removed from you the limitations on your energetic capacity. Meaning that if you are half conscious and half unconscious and you're freaking out using your hands and throwing your energy body around, you can actually do damage, and you can actually deplete a lot of the resources that you need to function in your everyday life. Your guides right now are having to manage what your energetic potential is and giving you access to it and helping you as you come into awareness of what the responsibility of using it is. And if you're one who's encountered shadow figures, or like I said, felt like you were stuck or pinned down or anything like that, when your third eye turns on, you can see these guides, you can see what they're doing, you can see, how dedicated they are and how diligent they are in what they're doing. Don't let the illusion in the third dimension create fear around these systems and processes that are very normal. If you haven't noticed, there are horror movies all year round with very little market for them, just constantly marketing those kinds of things. And it is specifically to make you afraid of what goes bump in the night, so that you won't explore or even be curious about what's there. And that the first sign of anything creates an instinctual fear response that would tell you to run. You, in this new awareness that you have manifested, are going to be very aware of the separation tactics being implemented against you, and how to work around them or through them, and how to move beyond the barriers of fear that they have created and embedded in you. It's time for you to overcome that. It's time for you to dip your toe in those waters. It's time for you to sit in your front room at 3 a.m. in the morning and ask who's there with you, and ask to be lucky enough to share an awareness with them. Anyway, I think that will do it for today. So I also want to let you know that I have a new pyramid coming out soon that I've been working on and that I've been working with for a little bit now. So you should see that very soon, and I think you guys will like it a lot. Anyway, thank you very much. Goodbye.